up? Wendy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's book nerdigan discussion is Sweet Reckoning by Wendy Higgins, which is the third book in the Sweet Evil series. If you have not read Sweet Evil, Sweet Peril, or Sweet Reckoning, then or watch the videos I've done, then why are you here? Seriously, go read the books, go watch the videos, and then come back here so we can talk about it. I love this cover. Yes, I do. As seen on Mini Popo. Isn't this cover beautiful? I love the pose and everything, and I love Kai. Kai is so yummy. And let's get to this. So the prologue here is really interesting because we have the prologue from Farzi, Astaroth, Mammon, and Malcolm point of view the day after Mammon was killed. Or Mammon killed Flynn, excuse me. And it turns out, of course, those jerks abandoned the married women at the docks after promising transportation back to Vegas. Well, what do you expect? And poor Mammon feels guilty about killing Flynn, and it turns out he was his favorite Neff kid, the favorite Neff kid he had in centuries. And he turned out to be an ungrateful Judas. The shock of his betrayal still stung. It'd been many years since Mammon has killed, and it left a bad taste in his mouth. Not that he ever admit that to his brethren of hell. And then another summit has been called, and the Dukes are on Belial. Yes, they are. And according to Rahab, Lucifer told him the prophecy himself. A Nephilim pure of heart shall rise up and cast demons from the earth to the depths of hell, which they will remain until the end of days. And Lucifer got that information from a legionnaire. Well, apparently that legionnaire was fucking stupid. And if Anna's a virgin, then they will know she's the one. Yep, and now we're into the book. So, an email from Belial came in, and it's from Virginia Tech. You've been granted late acceptance to Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia, 4 hours from where I'll be in D.C. You will be in a single dorm room, and Patty will have a full furnished house in the next town, and pack only essentials. You leave in less than 3 weeks. And then there's the video chat with Kai, and Kai was naked! Oh, God, this isn't fair! Anna, you are such a prude! You gotta appreciate that nice ass! And Veronica and Jay mutually broke up because Veronica is studying abroad in Spain. And Farzi sent a panty thief so he could determine if Anna was still a virgin, and luckily Anna and Patty stopped him and he was arrested. And Belial gives the order to get out of the apartment and separate from Patty, and luckily the twins called and they met at a hotel in Atlanta, and we got a 2-for-1 pissy ginger. So Marna spent the night with Jay and wants to visit him again next week, and she just found out about Blake's fiance. Yeah, it ain't pretty. And of course, when Ginger and Marna came stateside, again via Newark, Marna snuck off to be with Jay and, of course, pissing Ginger off. And yeah, and Anna has this cool ability to sense when another is pregnant. And Marna's pregnant, which really sucks because that means she's going to die. And of course, Ginger is not taking this well, and Anna's angel powers can sense those sort of things. And Anna and Marna explain everything to Jay, and you got to give props to Jay because he wants to step up and be a daddy. He does. And Aziel gives Anna the heads up about her upcoming visitors. Merrick, who's the son of Shax, Duke of Thefts, and he's from the Czech Republic, and Katerina, daughter of Jezbet, Duke of Lies, who's from Romania. And yeah, they've been sent by Farzi to question her on her virginity, and if she doesn't answer said questions, the sons of Thammuz will be sicked on her, and they assist in kidnapping for ransom heists in South America. And I gotta give Merrick props for throwing the keys back to Anna. Go, Merrick. And Jay, and I still love that Jay is excited to be a papa, and he's going to go live with Patty. I love it. And, oh shit, so Marta calls, and Ginger went after Blake. She's like, fuck this. I want to be with my man. And Cope is coming. He's a-coming too. He says, I'm flying down to accompany you. Much has changed. Merrick, he is with the son of Thammuz and the daughter of Jezbet. They are moving north, as are you, according to the last whisperer who spotted you. Father told my brothers that they are prepared to help search for you if necessary. The Dukes are using Neff to hunt for suspicious persons. I believe they hope by putting Neff together, they will be able to draw which ones are guilty and innocent. And well, instead of meeting Merrick alone, the Sons of the Moose attacked. Yeah, because she was planning to meet with them. Yeah, those fucking bastard Sons of the Moose. And luckily, Cope came in and saved the day. And then Belial moved Xania to a monastery in Boston near Cope. Aww. Because she wanted to be near Cope. She is still sober from her father and booze. And Cope is definitely falling for her. I love it. We could call it Copania. And Anna received a text from Merrick, and he says, can't rid myself of Kat. Cannot, locate 2 other companions. Not safe to meet. And then the Duke sent Kai next to the hotel, and Anna was staying with a whisper. Whew, wow, they put on a good act, that's for sure. Fully naked and almost doing the deed, and sneaky Kai. He said, I think you'd find room 108 far more interesting. And, oh no! And then Kai says this, the Dukes are trying to kick him, Belial, off the earth, and Father flew me to Atlanta yesterday morning. He said you and Belial are suspected traitors, and there were Neff and Whispers tracking you. I was sent with that bloody demon to confirm your lack of purity. I imagine that they've got trackers on your father, giving him hell. And there was nothing more about your father. Let's see. Let's just say my father expects you to have no trace of purity left after our meeting today. So, still no sign of Ginger, according to Marna. But Malcolm is in China looking for a new body, so Marna, Kai, and Anna are off to LA. And I love it. So they get there, and poor Michelle is crying. And then Ginger, and when they open the door, Ginger and Blake are freaking damn proud of themselves, and they were obviously fucking, or shagging, and you know, they were giving into each other's sin because Michelle is envious, and also Ginger destroyed a relationship, so it works. And oh yeah, and Ginger was wearing Blake's clothes, so yeah, that's what I mean by, and Blake just came out with nothing but basketball shorts on, so yeah, you could tell they're pretty goddamn proud of it. And poor Ginger, she's feeling like she wants to get the most out of life while she can before Marna dies, and we get the Farsi call. This is what Farsi says. The spirit I sent to oversee the operation has been sent back to the pit of hell, never to return to Earth, because he admitted he did not stay to see your mission through to the end. He says the 2 of you persuaded him to leave. And I love Kai. He's like, Bullocks, that disgusting wanker was distracting. It's hard enough to try and bang a Neff without a spirit interfering. And Farsi's like, a whisper should hardly distract you from your task, son. And Kai's like, you're right, Father, but the deed was done and the whisper left on his own. Obviously, I couldn't force him. And Farsi says, I think I'll pay the girl a visit myself. A lot's writing on her lack of purity. And then we see Belial's spirit form afterwards. Oh my god, it was crazy. I want to know what the other demons look like in their spirit form. We never got to see that. So this is what how it was described. Belial was described. This demon's face appeared as a ram, thick horns curling downward. As a spirit, his giant chest and arms were bare, and he had a strange cloth wrapped around him, or wrapped him from his waist to his knees. His body was humanesque and yet was not, swirly yet hazy and too graceful. And it's Belial, and Belial says the only way Anna can lose her virginity and remain pure is to do it when married or committing yourselves to loves. And I love Marta, what Marta says, because Kai's like, I don't think I could do it. And Marta's like, that's pants. What's the problem? And I'm going to start using that. That's pants. And when we get to the next Book of Nerdigan discussion video, you guys will know what Belial said to Kai telepathically. And seriously, wow, of course you didn't tell Anna for that reason. And this was crazy. So what Belial says, I assumed you'd figure it out yourself. This is what this is what I hope would happen with you and the son of Alisar. I knew the son of Farzi would have reservations, and I tried to back off and give the two of you space, but there's no time for that now. I've told him that if he loves you, he needs to marry you, and sometimes people need to be pressured to do the right thing. And then Kai's like, that's what I tried to tell your father. This is upstairs. We've no time to, where are you? We've no time to plan a ceremony or to have a gown tailored. And Anna's like, whoa, stop. I don't need any of that fairy tale stuff. It's the marriage that matters to me, not the wedding. And as long as our heart's in the right place, we could be in pajamas for all I care. And Kai said, but I wanted to give you all that. I'm like, oh, I want a Kai. I want a man that wants to do that for me. Oh, Kai and Wendy, oh my god, when he proposed, it was so sweet. I almost cried. I was just like, oh my god, happy tears. And he says, my sweet Anna, I love you and I want to marry you, but only if you want to. Do you, will you marry me? And poor Kai, he's like, does it always take this long for someone to answer? It's making me bloodied. And then Anna says, yes, Kai, I'll marry you. And I'm quoting this from the book right here. And as we kissed again, a cheer rose up outside of the door, making us laugh. And I was just And Blake made the arrangements. They're getting married in the sky, which apparently Blake has a pilot's license, which is bomb, and a private jet. Okay, I really want to be the daughter of Envy, please. I want to. They only have one night together, and then they all have to go home. And it's just sad that Belil and Patty aren't going to be there for the ceremony. And during the 3-hour break, we're going to see in Sweet Temptation what Kai did. But Anna got a white sundress, and she got her hair done. And Kai got the rings. And the details of the rings weren't really given in this one, but they were in Sweet Temptation. I loved the meaning behind the rings. And Blake became a half-demon ordained minister online. They'll give you anything online these days. And the one-night honeymoon, Kai chose the Grand Canyon. And it was so romantic because that was the place Anna wanted to go so bad on their road trip. And I love what Kai says. He said, this is our home tonight. Anywhere with you is my home. I was like, aww. And Kai also got checked, and he's sterile and clean. And unless you're Kai and Anna, or unless you're Kai, or you're on the pill, well, the pill is protection. Or you have an IUD, which is protection as well, yeah, you're going to need a condom. Anyway, let's see. And then Kai says this, remember when I told you when I wanted to introduce myself to every freckle on your body? Well, it's time. And I'm thinking as I'm reading this, I was like, I need to find me a sex god like Kai. Even the foreplay, Kai is the definition of a sex god. Even the foreplay is freaking intense. Like, I want this. I want this man. And Kai, seriously, this is what he says. I need you to know this is different for me. I've never felt like this with someone. I don't just love you, Anna. I adore you. And don't look away from me, Anna. And he showed his hot pink and passionate love. And when Kai never showed his colors, I was like, oh my God, Kai. Because Anna accidentally showed hers before. And at 3 a.m., Anna finally meets her mother, Mariantha, at the Grand Canyon, and this is what she said. She said, I keep watch over you when I can, Anna, though I've only been given permission to visit this special night. We have been celebrating your marriage. Oh, yes, we rejoice when love endures, and I believe you already know the truth of life, my dearest Anna, that love is the strongest force, the element worth existing for, and that is what makes you pure of heart. I cannot stay. Your young man searches for you. He is frightened. And once Kai gets to the canyon, Mariantha says this to him. I must go. She says, I must go. Guard your love, for it will lead you through the darkness. You are ever in my heart, Anna. I love you always. And, whoa. Kai just said that Anna gets to make all the rules in this marriage. And yes, I really needs me a Kai if that's the case. And parting is such sweet sorrow, and this sucks. I wouldn't want to leave my hubby, especially if he was a stud named Kai either. And Patty got Anna's dorm at Virginia Tech set up for her while she was gone, which I thought was sweet. And oh my god, so Anna took a dirty pic of herself and she texted it to Kai. Oh my god, this was so one of the funniest part of the books. Because Kai was sending a whole bunch of text messages. He says, "Oh god, what are you doing to me? I can't believe you really took a pic. Killing me. Dying. Cannot stop staring. Just wait, little vixen." And then he says, "Effie, you're so effing hot." And then he says, "You're in serious trouble when I see you again. Serious trouble." And Anna's response, and honestly, I would have said this too if I was still learning. And Scratch that, I would have said something like this and enjoyed teasing the hell out of him. I like teasing is fun, okay? And she said, "Baby steps for your nerdy girl." I would definitely say that. And then Kai says this. He says, "Nerdy my arse. All the cold showers in the world can't cure what you've done to me." Aww. And then Anna's still smiling like an idiot, says, "Sorry." And you're not. And I would have said that too. And I've sent the same message with the same big old grin on my face before as well. And I love it when I can please a man like that. I'm sorry. It's fun. That's why I like teasing, because it's fun. Let's see. And then Kai says, "You are not." And Kai is the son of lust. He knows this game, Anna. Kai is not an amateur. And I've actually had guys send me that too. A text message. And a good chunk of guys know and love it when women tease them and like this. And some, on the other hand, can't stand it and will call you a cock tease. Ladies, it's true. And then Kai says, "Leave me alone. I'll be busy for a bit. P.S. I love you." And I was like, "Oh." And then Anna texts back, "I love you too." Oh, God, me and Narcissus. Then good old Farzy arrives. Yep, we have good old Farzy here. And he's in a new body to smell Anna to make sure she wasn't a virgin. Thank God they fucked the night before. She said, and this is what Farzy says, "So you're not the one after all, and I've been so certain. I even hoped. I should teach you a lesson for all the trouble you've caused. You smell so much better than the last time I saw you. If you weren't a disgusting little neff, I'd take you right now. No show for you right now. She's not a virgin. Go tell the others." And Farzy on the smoking hot body. And yes, he's an asshole duke, but shit, I'll call it like I see it. He's in a hot-ass body. He says, "I was going to wait a couple years, but with all the excitement going on, I wanted a change. And this poor kid had a logging accident up in Oregon, and parents were already dead, and it would have been a shame to let this go to waste, wouldn't you say?" And I'm with Anna on this one. I just wanted him and his ego to leave. The whole thing was incredibly weird and creepy, and he sounded nothing like his old self. Farzy says this, "I still don't like you or trust you, but at least I could check my sin off the suspicion list now. And when you see that father of yours again, tell him hell's looking for him. I don't work with Nep. I'll only be here one night, and I want to enjoy it. Find your own bar and send the drunks my way." And I love this writing. I really do. When Anna says here, or is thinking this, he wasn't just a campus player out for sex. He was an evil bastard out to hurt souls, a weapon in a very beautiful disguise. That was a beautiful description. And this is how Farzy, Belil says how Farzy could speak with an American accent, even though he never has possessed an American body. And there's a certain knowledge of body retains even when the souls switch. The brain and body hold on to habits like language and gestures. It's still going to talk and act the same until you train it otherwise. It's always strange at first because it's hard to control, but it ends up being a benefit for us dukes. And they would have been suspicious of me, on the suspicion thing. They would have been suspicious of me one way or another, and damned if I was going to let them capture me. I'll be hunting for a body next, but I came to tell you that Farzy and the others have called for a summit tomorrow night, probably to talk about their findings and figure out what to do next. They'll be in Switzerland, a ski town. They like to make a vacation of these summits, and since they were just in Vegas, they wanted something different. So this gives the NEF a 48-hour safe period time to gather the allies and meet at Patty's mansion on a golf course that Belial got her. And I love that Jay cares about protecting Marna and the baby. It's so sweet. And I love Kai's entrance. I started laughing. Kai said this. He's like, cover your arse and nobody gets hurt. I love it. And then in Kai's response about the run-in with Farzi's new body, he said, bloody hell, would you say he's better looking than me? I'm only curious. And yay, the gang's all here for Thanksgiving. So there's Cobe, Xania, Marna, Blake, and Patty's sweet Ginger. Aww. And love is in the air, as well as lust and the smell of turkey. And Ginger's like, blech. The newlyweds are hot for each other. And Kai says, perhaps the whole lot of you could take a walk. And well, how good? Well, now that they got it out of their system in the car in a random cul-de-sac in the neighborhood, and yes, I've done that too. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that too. Many times. And yeah, it's really hot. And Kai says this, I've been in disaster since the Grand Canyon and cold showers aren't cutting it. I've been there. Whew. But we need but you know what you use. Us female nerdigans know what to use to calm us down. I'm not going to say it here, but you know. Where is it? Oh, here it is. You're all I think about, and not just the sex. I thought it was bad before, but now I feel you with me all the time. I'm like one of those obsessed lads. Is it possible that I'm the female version of Kai? Seriously, because I've been there too, man, and I haven't had a man feel that much about me, or at least had the balls to confess the feelings for me like this. And seriously, I just fucking need a Kai in my life. I need a romantic like this. And Kai says this. You know, if it makes you feel any better about my behavior, Blake and Ginger are going at it in the upstairs bathroom right now. No, I stopped and listened when I realized Jin's like my sister. Wow, they better be quiet, because Patty's still cooking downstairs. And then there's Patty's prayer before dinner, and everyone was crying by the end of this prayer. She said, Heavenly Father, you're certainly asking a lot of these precious children, and I can see why. The possibilities in them are endless, and I hope they can feel the strength within themselves. We don't know exactly what's in store, but we know the battle won't be easy. I beg you to fortify their hearts, prepare their minds, and free them of fear. And while you're at it, please help me not to worry. And after the prayer, the room was bathed in a bright light that shone down through the ceiling, and it stayed for only a few seconds before lifting, leaving the Nephilim gaping. They were like, whoa. And of course, Belial, and this was so fucking funny, when Belial took the form of the rapper, famous rapper Big Roddy, and I love how Belial is talking like a straight up G. I couldn't stop laughing when I was reading him speak. And then Jay has a saying that I'm gonna totally steal. So there's Awkward Turtle, right? Well, now there's Akko Taco. Yeah, Akko Taco. And then Kai played guitar for her. It's like, oh. And I love the subtleness, Wendy. I really do. When we got to my room, Kaden reminded, because they went back to the what was it? The dorm. And she said, and it says this. When we got to my room, Kaden reminded me of everything I'd been missing since our wedding night and more. Wait, there's more? Kai! I needs me one. I really needs me a Kai. And there's a slight deal breaker here, because they were talking about their future, and he was saying that he doesn't want girls. And I would be like, but for me, I want a baby girl to dress up. I'm sorry. But it's understandable. And this is what Kai says. I can't even just the thought of having to care for a girl, watching all the bloody gits sniff around her with their red auras, it would kill me, and I would deserve it because I was the worst offender of all. And then Kai says, you're my dream, my only dream. And I was like, ah! And then while they're at the house, they go back to the house, and then at Patty's place, and four Whispers attack, and Kai was upstairs when this was happening, and two on Patty, and one was trying to possess Patty, and two on Jay, and Anna killed three of them with the sword of righteousness, but one got away. And it's like it looks like it's time to go back in hiding, but Kai's like, fuck no, I am staying. And Farzi calls Kai and demands him to meet at the old house in Atlanta at 9 p.m. And before hitting Atlanta, Kai stops at a church for some holy water, and Kai inside, because they all know sign language now. He says, legend says holy water does more than repel evil. It's like poison to demons. And Kai is a fucking brilliant actor. Kai should be like an Oscar-nominated actor, I swear to Kami. Farzi was super convinced, and Blake is allowed to help with the search for Anna. And there's no time to hide it, to put the plan into motion, and it's time to put the plan into motion. And Kai is kinky. And no thinking about sex, Kai, even with those handcuffs. And Anna and Kai have to be on a plane with Farzi, while Farzi is fucking the flight attendant, and for 3 hours to Vegas for the emergency summit. I have to give Farzi credit. He has good taste in hotels because the Venetian is awesome. And I swear to Kami, learning sign was genius, because Anna was able to ask Kai what the witch and demon hour are. So witching hour is midnight, and the demon hour is 3 a.m. And fuck, Astaroth is there. Farzi's going to expose Anna and Kai's bond unless one of them gets drunk, and Anna got so wasted. I probably would have blabbed drunk, but she got so wasted she kept it together. And yay, the gang's here. So, and even Xania's there. Or no, not Xania. Mine is Xania. So it's time to party before shit goes down. So drinking and puking on Anna's part, basically. And 4 hours later, after sobering up with Cope's help, in the meantime, they before the party happened, Kai took Anna to the shopping mall in the Venetian to get a badass leather outfit to wear for the showdown. I loved it. It wasn't a dress. It was leather pants and a leather top. It was cool. And so here it is. Here's the for Bible passage for the sword of righteousness. It's Ephesians 6:11-8 through 18. Here's what it says. The whole armor of God, put on all of God's armor so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. And therefore put on every piece of God's armor so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle you will still be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news so that you will be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil, and put on salvation as your helmet, and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, and pray in the Spirit at all times on every occasion, and stay alert and be persistent in your prayers. So the weapons to defeat them have been, to defeat the demons, have been within Anna all along. So you have truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, and prayer. And Merritt came in and took the fucking Holt out of the bag of candies, because that's what she's been, using to have it go undetected. And yes, and we find out that Jezbet and Cope's brothers are allies, and Alisar Malcolm, and when they're explaining, what is it? Oh, it was when when Anna was explaining the prophecy, and Alisar and Malcolm sounded like they wanted to go home too. And I love what Kai did for Flynn. That Kai was like, for Flynn! And threw a knife with holy water and stabbed and killed Mammon in the eye. That was great! And, got busted by Astaroth. And Anna got Rahab out of her head on the first try, because Rahab was trying to influence her. So suck it, Rahab, you can't do shit. And then Belial arrives with Xania, and Belial's like, in the Rotten Roddy body, he's like, now you just hurt my feelings. I didn't even get an invitation. And I'm like thinking, shut the fuck up. Like when Senalia's like, that's my daughter, blah, blah, blah. I'm like thinking, shut the fuck, Senalian. Like you were selling your daughter to slavery. Belial didn't steal her, so fuck you. And I love it what Belial says right here. He says, I don't think you best do that. Do that, man. Do that, my man. You see my son-in-law over there? That's right. He got a damn good aim with that knife, as you've seen, and it's a straight shot to the back of your big ol' head. We served hell all the time out of fear, or maybe our own greed, and it didn't look like there was no option of anything better. But there is. Y'all know we can't stay on Earth forever, but we don't have to go back down there either. I don't know about you, but I'm making the right choice this time. And then Merrick threw the sword back to Anna, and yeah, that sneaky bastard was an ally. And Rahab says this: I propose a test. She would only be sent to do a task of this magnitude if she were of flawless faith. If we can get her doubts to the surface, then she will lose the power of the sword. And no, and they brought out Patty, and then the moose stabbed Patty, and Ginger was cried out no, and Blake had to hold Ginger back because Ginger loves Patty. Patty's like her mother. And I loved it when Kai stabbed that fucker in the neck, and Anna killed his spirit with the sword of righteousness. But bye, the moose! Forever, you're gone. Let's see. And then stupid 23 Neth. Seriously, Katarina, your fucking father / mother is on the other side. Why aren't you siding with them, Katarina? I understand the moose, but whatever. And yeah, it was 23 Neth that didn't do it. Oh my god. Then there's Patty's. I cried here when Patty was dying, and I cried so hard. When Patty's final words to Ginger, and it's so many feels. She said, "Beautiful girl, you will be a good aunt." And then she died. I was like, no, Patty. And then Patty's guardian angel took her to heaven, so she's not going to hell. And Aziel said that Anna is telling the truth and he's choosing light. We knew Aziel was going to do that shit. And then I love what Jezbet said, because one of the dukes was insulting her for being in a woman's body. And she says, I have more clarity about the world in this body than I ever have with a set of balls. And Cope got got stabbed. And Alisor left his body and went into Cope's body to heal him. And I was like, oh, that's such a good papa. And then this is how it worked. I pray for forgiveness. And this is what I was hoping that, what is it? I was hoping the Halfling series would have. I was hoping Avenger would be like this, but no. Anyway, and this is what Anna says. I pray for forgiveness for the souls who once betrayed you and have reconciled. Return them to their rightful home and let those spirits who still harbor hatred be returned to hell. Please banish all the demons from earth. I ask with all my heart that the demon stains be washed from the souls of all Nephilim, both here on earth and those who came before us. Please please allow a chance at redemption. And holy commie, so all the souls of the redeemed fallen angels and Nephilim from the underworld were flying upward by the thousands. And Flynn better be amongst those, or I'm gonna be pissed. It didn't say Flynn was there, but I imagine Flynn was there because it was all Nephilim. And then the worst earthquake in Vegas history happened because of that. And Jay is okay, and Ginger accepts him. I was really happy with that. And then Merrick says this: I was working for your papa. My plan was to tell you when we met, but that did not work out. And then Katarina's like totally lost. And Ginger says she's going to adopt her. And Ginger and Blake are going to adopt her. And Blake's like, I freaking love her. And I love Ginger. And because they're back in the party. They're back in a hotel room together. And Ginger's like, to Katarina, no need to be scared of anyone here. They know I'll kick their arses if they mess with you. Got it? Yeah. So this is what I thought this was interesting. Their badges were cleaned. But the urges were there. So yeah, they still have those same urges to sin, but because their badges are clean, they have another chance at life, another chance at heaven too. And dukes that went to heaven were Belial, Jezebet, and Alisor. And I was surprised that Malcolm, I think all of us were surprised about Malcolm, because it seemed like he wanted to go home. I don't know what you guys Nerdigans think. Were you Nerdigans shocked that how Malcolm just totally flipped? Because am I the only one that thought that Malcolm wanted to go to heaven. And then, of course, Farzi and Astaroth. And Rahab went to hell, too, probably. Fucking bastard. And I love what Kai says here. He says, I'm making an anonymous call to the police about Marissa and her trafficking ring. And I was like, yay! And all of them, including Jay, minus Cope and Zania, are moving to LA. And Ginger and Katarina are moving in with Blake. And Cope and Zania are going to Malawi after Cope gets his master's. And now we're at the epilogue. The epilogue, I will say, in Sweet Temptation is a lot better than this one. This one was okay. It didn't give us a lot of information, but Sweet Temptation made up for it. So I am fine with that. So basically, wait, where are we? This is 6 years later. So Zania and Cope have been married for 5 years. And Marna died giving birth to a niece, and Jay became the hippest rock star single dad. And Anna and Ginger babysit too, and niece loves her daddy. Oh, I love it. And where's the other thing here? And then Cope used Alistair's funds to build a medical facility, library, and orphanage. And I'm kind of curious. I don't think it mentioned it in Sweet Temptation or not, as well, but I'm curious if Cope's brothers were with him in Malawi. So, and Kai and Anna are adopting 2 boys, Mandela and Onani. And then, when Aaliyah came out and started calling Kai Bambo, which was so cute. It was his father in Chichewa. And because it's translated by Zania and Cope, she says, in my dream, he was my daddy. And Kai started crying. I was like, oh, Kai. He's like, this is my daughter. And I love the last line of this book. It was so good, which was, life could be so cruel, so ugly, and then in the midst of all the madness, a precious gift would be placed in your lap, because life could also be so sweet. I love this series. And when I'm really happy that Wendy, I'm very happy that you did Sweet Temptation, which will be in the next Book Nerdigan discussion video. And I want to know if you were surprised by who went to heaven or not, like I was. I was surprised that Malcolm didn't go up there. And if Wendy, if you were watching this video, please tell me that what's his name? That Flynn went up to heaven too, because that would make me really happy. But anyway, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon, which is in the description box below. And follow me on Twitter. And I will see you guys in the next Book Nerdigan discussion video, which is Sweet Temptation. Until next time, Nerdigans. Bye.